Hello and welcome to Nerdarchy. For nerds, by nerds, I'm Nerdarchy Dave. Today I'm joined by all these fine nerds. Of course, you probably are familiar with Nerdarchy Ted, but we also have Carlos in the house, Jezi, Tate, uh, and Bobby. We're down one Robin, but that's okay. We are going to continue. You can find links to everyone down in the description below. We're going to be playing some 5th edition Dungeons& and Dragons, The Sky Remembers, our Other Skies, a live play D&D game. With that, we're going to jump into it, and I am going to kick things off with a summary of what happened last, if I can find the right tab. So previously on Other Skies, the Sky Remembers, the crew of the Wind's Echo stood on the edge of calamity as a corrupted sky whale, Dorlath, the crown of wires, descended upon the city of Haven, unleashing glowing parasitic lurker that twisted civilians into shrieking husks. With no time to spare, the crew launched a desperate counteroffensive, spell, blade, and spirit working in tandem to hold the line against an enemy born of both flesh and ether. Through coordinated tactics, clutch spellcasting, and courageous risk-taking, the party stemmed the tide of corruption. The infected were stabilized, civilians rallied, and the Ether Twister were put down before Haven could fall completely. But the fight left scars, both on the city and on the crew's conscience. Yet victory brought little rest. In the aftermath, strange truths came to light. A merging of minds, Dr. Lucille and Elrath, once separate, now seemingly one. An unsettling artifact revealed its unfinished potential, and deep within Denvu, the living sky whale bonded to their ship. Something ancient stirred, something that remembered what the world had forgotten. Meanwhile, the corrupted sky whale did not linger. Dorleth vanished into the horizon, her corrupted hunger now set toward New Renwick. With Haven still smoldering behind them, the Wind's Echo turned to the skies once more, fueled by vengeance, haunted by what they've seen, and driven to stop what's coming. So you guys jumped into the Wind's Echo and with Denvu set out. Rain strides to the foredeck of the Ether around him pulling tight like a breath held too long. Threads of blue energy flicker across his arms as he draws in more than he should. The air crackles with invisible pressure, and his eyes burn with cold, unfocused light. He whispers the incantation, voice shaking, not with fear, but from strain, pushing past his limits of safe casting. Denvu answers. The ship bucks, not in resistance, but in raw momentum. A low, resonant hum pulses through the deck, through your bones. The sound of a sky whale tasting speed beyond its instinct. Lightning flickers along his flanks. Sails whip and snap as wind curves around them like they're part of the storm itself. Denvu lurches forward, accelerating faster than the mast should allow. Clouds tear open in his wake. The stars above stretch and smear as if the heavens themselves recoil. Rain staggers, one hand bracing the rail, blood trickling from his nose, but he's grinning. The spell took hold, and far ahead, the outlined dwarf, crown of wires, crawls across the horizon, unaware of Haven's vengeance is almost upon her. You guys can all long rest if you haven't.
Thank you.
So that scene kind of plays out over a span of time, and your quarry is in sight as it is hurtling towards New Renwick.
I mean, it was playing out over the course of a couple of days. Is it fair to say there's a little bit of downtime here and there?
There is, so like right now, we're at like you guys have completed the chase, but we can flash back to anything you want to accomplish or what you've been working on. I feel like maybe there's not a lot that Rain would be able to do because he's been engrossed in bolstering Denver.
I mean, I know there was a little bit of shenaniganery happening before we went into harbor, but like, I would like to take a quick sidebar with Hank.
Okay.
If Hank would allow.
Hank is preparing the cannons and trying to link them together to multi-fire them, if possible.
Absolutely. In fact,
I'm certain that Taro and I always forget her name.
Sparks.
Sparks would certainly lend a hand to such a thing, if asked.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely.
As like I approach this group of folk, just getting it done. It is so proud to see the crew getting ready for such a battle. What are your thoughts, my mates?
Well, being prepared certainly offers a greater chance of success.
Indeed. As I look over the Sparks and say, "And you, Sparks." Sparks, don't be shy. Please speak up.
Hi, Captain. I'm just helping Taro here and Hank get these things together so we can give them hell.
I know, but you're my top engineer. Don't let the Taro speak up, or you might be replaced. Haha.
Don't worry, Sparks, I'm not going to take your job.
She does an eye roll.
She knows She knows I'm jiving as I give a hard belly laugh.
But if you have something else you want me to work on, Captain, I'll be more than happy to oblige.
I believe, I think Taro might have spoken to you about it. About a new ornament to be installed onto the Winzeco. As I describe the attuned item that Elias attuned to.
Okay.
You know, I mean... If go ahead.
Well, it's funny that you should mention that, Captain. And she kind of wheels something out and uncovers it. She's literally already made the mounting and everything.
And that's why you're my top engineer.
She has been kind of egging on Taro since you guys have gotten it to be like, we need to install this, we can do this, it'll be fine. And apparently she went and took some actions of her own.
It doesn't require any egging on. Taro has been on Team Install It since day one.
Yeah, absolutely. As when the moment arrives and maybe there's a bit of jovialness and whatnot, I kind of call Hank down to my quarters. And I do the thing that I've done with every crewmate so far. I put two glasses out, give them a look, and say, and basically with my own facial expression, say, what would you like to drink?
Anything top shelf.
Anything top shelf. There's many top shelf items here. Every item here is top shelf.
Let's go with a red one then.
As I pull out a crimson drink, it's not fully liquidy. It's kind of viscous-like, you know? Dave, I do not know what this liquid is as a player. Maybe it's something from the lore of Aether Skies.
Feel free to make something up.
Alright. This liquid right here is from... It's brewed through the blood of a, what is the equivalent of a vampire here? I don't know.
A vampire. Let's say a vampire.
It is a brew from the remnants of what would be a vampire. You know, a really, really rare creature. You would not find this on any vessel, but you would definitely find it on the Winzeco.
I mean, it seems fitting for what we're about to do.
Especially for one of yourself. I forget your class, excuse me. Blood Hunter. As I pour one out for you, and said, please. Normally, I say, take it as you wish. This you will want to savor. As I sit down, pour myself one as well, and I ask, so tell me, I know you see them. I know you see them. What are your thoughts?
On our mission, or where are we going with this?
I've seen you look past my shoulder here and there and off to the distance. I know you see the spirits.
Oh, yeah. I can feel them.
I know. So tell me, you see my old crewmates. I know you hear them creak in the halls, so you are not alone in this, okay? I see them all the time.
Is it out of guilt or sympathy that you see them? Or joy?
I don't know, but I know I must.
So, dude, I mean, I don't... It's definitely extraordinarily supernatural and peculiar. But, I mean, it doesn't... There's no ill will.
None. But, Hank, there are those on the crew that want to see what your gifts can provide. Do you, and I question as I hold my drink as well. You partake in the liquids here and there, and that's not my place to judge on at all whatsoever. As I level down the shelf and say, I'm stocked with it. But question: are you drowning out your ghosts?
No. Not ghosts.
Literally, I pull up my bad leg. You know, you don't see this side of the captain at all whatsoever. Like, I have... If you couldn't tell from the amount of times I charged in the battle, you can definitely tell at this point, because my foot, I take my boot out and put it more or less on the table to kind of relax, and you can see the amount of callus and blisters, and it's definitely not a, you know, I am trying to relax as much as possible, and you can see, like, I ain't no spring chicken. I've seen my fair share of nonsense. I mean, I know for a fact that those around me would like to see better prospects, but I say there are no weak members of my crew. Tell me, what makes you strong?
I rarely miss.
I
And I get the
appreciate
job
your
done.
I appreciate your high attack strat. Believe me, it's part of the reason why I brought you onto this crew.
I'm rarely wrong, too.
That is true, absolutely. in our short time, I've learned to trust your instincts. But what are your instincts about yourself, if you don't mind me asking?
Just get the job done. That's it. That's all it is.
But that's not what I asked. I wasn't asking about the job. I was asking about yourself.
Oh, I am the job. That's it.
As I kind of cheers, our last little bit of the vampiric blood, I say, savor it. It is a rare commodity.
Appreciate it.
And I, re-shiver my scales like.
Well, if there's not anything else, I'd like to get back to the cannons, because as soon as we are in sight and you give the order to fire, I want to start blasting. Take them by surprise.
Right before you leave, Hank, I pull out this rare commodity of a liquid and I give it to you. Use it in moderation and for special occasions. You won't find nothing like it ever anywhere else.
Flattered.
I give a nod.
Hank will just quietly leave and shut your door.
And I'll just go back to my desk looking like I'm busy. Knowing that we said what we needed to say.
What was the liquid you gave?
It was the liquor of the vampire blood.
Okay. Hank, give me an Arcana or a religion check.
So I also got this new ability, Dave, for history.
Mm-hmm.
I'll copy and paste it somewhere, or if it comes up. But basically, it allows me to almost experience history.
Like an object reading or something like that, or
Yeah, object, people, place type thing.
okay. So while this drink is called Vampire's Blood, in your supernatural huntings, you've not actually encountered any vampires yet, or seen any particular lore about vampires. Only works of fiction.
Okay, I'll put it in my quarters for testing later.
Okay. It is a potent liquor though, and it is kind of viscous like blood, and it does have a bit of a copper tang to it.
Tempted to drink it all, but I'm more intrigued.
Any impurities might be due to the fact of the alcohol. Just putting that out there.
Is there anything else anyone is kind of doing in these couple of days?
I guess just to describe what it looks like in case anyone wants to know. Basically, Rain has sequestered himself in a room, and the entire area is covered in hard black light that forms geometric patterns. And there's green fire wisps that just float on the air. And if you walk in the room, it's thick like water. And your hair rises and everything interacts as though it's underwater. And the walls are just covered, they look like they're pitch black. But if you catch just the right angle, you realize it's thousands upon hundreds of thousands of geometric runes and symbols interacting and shifting on such complex layers that it mostly just looks like it's painted the wall black as he's maintaining this entire haste spell, essentially, and pushing this spell. And you see like blood trickling from the corners of his eyes, and it's actually forming into these sigils that then like almost skitter away when they hit the ground. And you just hear him muttering over and over again, the world has to be better. The world has to be better for Dorian. Over and over again.
Those working on the cannons.
Yes.
We are going to need a... Let's go with tinkering check. Or tinker
Is that going to
tools.
be with intelligence?
Tinker tools with intelligence. And whoever's making the check can have advantage because the three of you have been working on it.
$19 on the die, plus my Artificer D4 bump, puts me at a 31, 32.
Just a 32? Screw it, man. Flash of inspiration there, John. Bump it up.
I think they're ready to fire.
You have a couple days. It'll come back.
So when you do it,
You want it flashed to be a 37?
To the top of his abilities, Mr. Taro.
so as you're working on the cannons, so the aft and the fore cannon, there's no real point in linking them together, unless you are fighting something from the rear and the front at the same time. And the same with the starboard and port side cannons. Like, it makes sense to link 3 together, but not all 6.
Sure.
Otherwise, you'd be firing, 8 cannons at once, but most likely only one direction is where is going to be the viable targets.
That makes perfect sense.
All right, so you guys, if there's nothing else, you guys see your quarry in sight.
Another one. As I hail the crew, to arms! We have a pest to deal with.
And if you want, you can start taking shots with the cannons long before you actually get in range to do anything else.
Absolutely. Whoever wants to do it, I go
Heck
for it.
yes.
So the cannons fire at a +6, but you're at long range, you will be at disadvantage until you get within 600 feet. But at 2,400 feet, that's still viable.
So what do we roll for cannons?
It's just a D20 +6 to hit.
Okay. And we have 4 sets, right? 4 sets of 3?
2 sets of 3, but you'd only really be able to bring the fore cannon to bear, because otherwise you'd have to turn either port or starboard side to your quarry, which means you're not moving in the right direction anymore.
Okay. Who wants to roll the cannon?
I'm just barking orders as captain. At this point, I'm at the helm, turning things and wheeling and barking things here and there. You guys deal with the cannons.
Ted, do you want to roll or do you want me to?
Go for it. I rolled the last one.
we have plenty of cannons. Everyone can roll. I was born to lead, not read. Do your thing, folks.
So 12 plus 6.
Shot goes wide. So once you fire, Derelith kind of knows you're there and shall return fire.
For flavor's sake, I'm gonna say, look sharp up there, Gus! Get us a good vantage point! As I'm steering the shifter nonsense, probably.
Yeah. Hitting AC 24. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Derelith would also have disadvantage, so maybe not AC 24.
I'm happy to hear that.
Oh, shit. AC 24 instead of AC 26. So that is a hit.
How much damage out of what?
Alright, so it lets loose with an Aether cannon, just like you guys have, for 29 points of force damage, but a strum from Dorian's instrument. I forget what they're playing.
Violin.
Violin negates the damage.
Okay. Out of curiosity's sake, what's the total damage the ship can take for we're doomed?
I believe it is 300. I want to say 300 hit points. It's on. It is on D&D Beyond.
Okay, I'll just put 300 here as a place marker because on the off chance Dorian can't do anything.
The hull can take 300.
Okay, on the off chance that the ship can't do anything, because it counts as a creature, I can do something to protect it as well, assuming it's a ridiculous amount of damage.
Yeah. So with that, you have Derelith's attention, which she turns, almost bowing her body in half, and begins bearing down towards the wind's echo.
Shall we fire again?
Absolutely. Captain says, fire at will! Anyone rolls who wants to roll.
Anybody else want to roll the cannon?
I think you're our shooter now.
Okay. So 11 plus 6.
Not going to do it. Returns fire at
Is it still at disadvantage, Dave?
Yes. And a 22. Oh no, a 15. So shot goes wide because of the disadvantage. Now you guys are closing within that 600-foot range. Is there anything you guys want to start doing, and we could drop into initiative?
I would like to start doing evasive maneuvers on the, on the wheel. So
Okay.
Just making it happen on the off chance, aka you already know, trying to force disadvantage.
Yep. Give me a vehicle's air check.
Vehicle air check. I don't have that. Can I roll a d20 straight up and then? Because I'm proficient.
Yeah. So D20 plus
My
you use
proficiency.
intelligence or proficient or dexterity plus your proficiency.
Okay. So I rolled a freaking 20 on the die. God bless, loves me. You said intelligence or something else. I'm gonna use dexterity because it's the only thing I'm good at. I'm dumb as a rock. So that's a +3 plus my proficiency. So give me that 27, my guy.
All right, so you were dodging like a mofo.
I love it.
All right.
I have a couple things I'm willing to try as it begins getting closer, but
Okay.
I gotta have it, get within spell's range.
Okay.
We're
If anyone
going
has
in
any
deep.
buff spells or anything like that you want to start dropping, you could be doing that.
All right, so I will. That's a good call. I will
I'm gonna-
totally.
Let's do
Yes.
this. We're gonna go through initiative. Rain.
So question, would I have been able to be up here for this whole time? Or is it like I've been doing haste on this? Like, is haste continuing for the combat, or am I participating?
You're participating now.
Okay, I want to ritually cast, since we have probably 10 minutes as we're coming up. I want to just ritually cast telepathic bond on the crew, so we essentially have like a communication network, and we can communicate with one another no matter what distance we're at.
Walkie-talkies, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I will say that that's going off now as we drop into initiative. You started a bit
Cool.
before because we're going to be going quicker than that. So
Yep, that and mage armor for me basically is all I've got.
okay, perfect. So make sure you note those. With that, a cannon is going to unleash at disadvantage because of the dodging of the captain. 26 hits the ship. But Dorian is violining away. Taro.
All right, I will suit up my armor and cast enlarge on myself.
Okay. Dr. Elias.
I am going to cast Bark Skin on myself.
All right. Razga.
I am raging at the audacity that they think they can bring down the Wind's Echo.
Dorian is going to give bardic inspiration to the captain.
Thank you. It's a D8, right? At this level?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'll note that right now.
Perfect. And that's bonus action. All right, and nothing else is in range for Dorian yet, so they're waiting. Derelith has given up on the cannons because they're not doing anything. It's pouring on the speed. Hank,
Can I fire another cannon round?
you can.
Perfect.
No longer at disadvantage.
18 plus 6.
That's a 24. That's going to hit.
Nice.
That's
Whoa.
60-10.
How do I
That's a
make
lot.
it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
We
5,
got the ghoul
6.
cannons, man.
19.
All right. After you go, Derelith uses a legendary action to invoke their improved Skywell camouflage, blending in, and just you see Derelith kind of ripple as she vanishes.
They use a what now?
Legendary action to basically disappear.
I know. I heard. I was like, huh? As a player.
But on the plus side, Duluth reappears. It approximately 70 feet away from the ship. And her mouth swings open and just vomits out a cone of corrupted Lurka all over the ship, which instantly began trying to burrow into the flesh of everyone. So I just need a con save DC 19 from everybody.
I'll do a con save. Is the ship being affected by this as well?
Yes.
Alright, 1 second. Sounds like saves. Alright. For whatever reason, it went wrong. Give me a second to refresh the page. And hopefully it fixes this nonsense, which looked like it did. I did not pass myself.
Yeah, I can't help that. I need. If you had rolled one more, I could have made you pass.
I know.
We have
baby.
inspiration.
Ooh.
We
always
do
start with inspiration.
have inspiration.
Excellent.
You know what? It's a good time to use it since our healer is kind of doing other things. Wow, that was worse.
Oh.
It bees what it bees sometimes. Let's go with the 13 on the off chance I get penalized for more, more negatives.
Anyone who failed their saving throw takes 30 points of necrotic damage. If you pass, you take half that.
Oh. 15 still hurts me.
Now, correct me if I'm incorrect. You said the ship is also getting hurt by this
Yes.
because Dorian used their reaction the same turn.
Well, Dorian's been blocking the cannon, so
Yeah, but it's once a turn.
yeah. So this is a different source of damage.
Mm.
So,
And once the corrupted Lurka hit, they begin trying to burrow.
okay. I just gotta note that the ship didn't make it, so I gotta subtract 30 from the ship.
Okay. So, as Dorlith reappears above the sky's churn, not with wind but whispering static and writhing threads of glassy light, Dorlith, the crown of wires, arches in the clouds like a blasphemous oar. Her throat extends, ribbed with golden tubing and sparkling pylon wires. Then she exhales. A ruling wave of corrupted Lurker erupts from her maw. Glowing krill-like forms gleaming with unnatural colors, pulsing in eerie synchrony. They fall on the wind's echo like ash from a burning world, sinking through hull and cloth, phasing into flesh of the crew. Each breath becomes a scream. The Lurker burrow into skin, sending arcs of pain and memory spiraling through nervous systems. Aether surges, reverses, dies. Some of the crew stagger and fall, but they do not stay still.
Please explain.
Okay, so Sparks, Riv, Mr. Grayfin, and Penny and Dirty Dan all go down. And they're kind of like writhing on the ground.
Down.
Well, they're down and writhing, so I hope that means they're alive.
I hope so as well.
At this close range, the cannon blasts off again from Dorlith, but Dorian does Dorian things, blocking the cannon. Rain.
Gosh. Okay, well, never have I been so glad for a dirty 20. 'Cause that's wild. Okay, so, can I
you can
ask
see
a
the-
question?
You can, but you can see the corrupted lurking, or the corrupted lurker, kind of like moving underneath the skin of those that went down and asking her a question.
Okay, so this telepathic communication, is it only verbal, or can we convey pictures?
I
I looked in the spell description and it just says telepathic communication. So this is a your call, I think.
what are you trying to convey?
Okay, so as a player, and maybe you guys as a party can out of character help me with this. I have two different things I can do. I can cast Magic Missile and upcast it to just take care of the Lurkas on our crew and keep our crew. Or I can alternatively cast See Invisibility and use our telepathy network, if I'm allowed to communicate pictures, to show you where this thing is.
I like the magic missile idea to just get rid of the problem. That's just me speaking.
What does everybody else say?
I'm down with that.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna cast Magic Missile. How many do I have? How many do I make? 3. So I'd have to upcast it to 3rd level to get all 5. So
Okay.
I'm going to cast a 3rd level Magic Missile to and explode those Lorca off of their backs that are burrowing in, hopefully.
Okay. So what I'm going to need you to do is make a medicine check at DC 15 for each one of them.
Oh gosh, I'm not trained in medicine, so this is just a straight roll.
Plus, is that intelligence or wisdom?
It's wisdom, dang it! Oh! So, I have just a straight roll. Okay, well, here we go. So I have 5 rolls. First one, fail. Second one, fail. Because you said 15, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Third one, success!
Okay.
Fourth, nat 1.
Beats, remember?
And 5th, success.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't have any meets. I had like 7, 13, nat 1, 19, 19.
Jesus.
So your critical fail actually hastens the burrowing on Penny.
No!
Penny, no.
Do me a favor. Roll a D3 for me.
Oh, Lord.
A morale
1.
officer? Holy crap.
1.
Okay. That's actually better.
Is it? Oh, okay. I'll take it then. I mean, I was going to take it either way, but like...
Okay.
Okay, that's all. That's my round. That's all I've got, pretty much, because I can't cast more than one leveled spell per round.
Correct.
So I can't do any bonus action spells.
All right. Taro.
All right. So where is the front of this whale in relation to our ship?
It is kind of coming head on at you guys, and it is about 70 feet away.
All right. I am going to try something, and it is either going to be really awesome or an absolute waste of my turn. So where is the spell? Second level. Second level. All right. So I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern on it. So it's got to do if it's subject to this thing, because technically the whale is a creature. DC 17 Wisdom, and it'll be Charmed, which will change its speed to 0 if it fails.
Okay. I got a 14, but it chooses to pass.
Okay.
Them legendary Jones.
One less now.
Hey, it's to try, you know.
You're burning resources on the enemy is great, baby. You know, it costs us a spell slot, but it costs him a legendary something, so.
Dr.
think
Elias.
we went out in the exchange.
I am going to use my one of my new abilities, Mark of the Bellower, and cast Command on the opposing Sky Whale.
Okay. And I suppose that's a wisdom save. Well, that's a 9, which would be a fail, but it will choose to pass. It's 2 legendary resistances gone.
Okay. We're burning resources, folk. It's not what we want, but it can't do the more nonsensory later. We're whittling down at this thing. It can't possibly have 3 legendary resistances, right?
Razgov, what would you like to do?
I would like to fly up and smack it in the face with raging hard as hell.
Okay, it is 70 feet away.
I know I didn't say this before,
Uh-huh.
and feel free to say Carlos nay, but while I rage, I have the ability to move up to half my speed.
Okay.
Can I say I move up to half my speed? And I know this is stretching a dog. Can I say I move the half my speed up to the front of the ship and then fly off the rest to meet that distance, or even at the distance we're at now is still
What
70
is
feet?
your fly speed?
Total my speed is 40.
Okay, so that would move you 60 feet. You need 10 feet to hit it.
Okay. I'm gonna
Uh,
look at it very disappointingly. Psych! I am going to actually run up to a cannon myself and say, "God damn it, fire!"
Now,
As
if you wanted to turn it one side or the other, you could do that and unleash a volley of 3 shots.
You know what? Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna like very coolly turn the port side or whatever the hell it is. I'm not a ship guy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not a boat dude. You know, I want to hit the side moves.
So I imagine you're gonna have to coordinate with Mara. She'll take the helm,
Absolutely,
as you guys execute and roll your attacks.
absolutely. As I turn this, I yell out, "Mara, take the helm!" As I, you know what, for flavor's sake, do like a fire blast to the 3 cannons in front of me as they go off. How many dice you need me to roll?
3 d20s, you get a +6 to hit.
Okay. Rolling 1. 15 plus 6.
21, that's gonna be a hit.
Alrighty, happy to hear. I don't think a 16 is gonna hit.
Nope.
Already. I think that looks good, my guy.
Yep, that's 2 hits.
Alrighty.
So roll 12 die 10.
12 die 10. That'll be 50 freaking 9.
That hurts a little.
Okay, well, as I yell out, do not underestimate us. I hope that didn't piss it off even more.
It probably did.
It lets loose a bellow at the end of your turn, and you see it kind of like surge forward and then vanish again.
Oh my god, it's Misty stepping.
Don't say it. That much is certain. Dorian is just going to do what Dorian usually does, and I think that's a mass cure wound. No, it's gonna be a mass healing word. 14 points of healing.
Thank you.
Does that help out any of our downed crew? Or does that only affect us players?
Let's see. I think there's a limit to
Pretty sure there is.
up to 6 creatures, so it's going to be you guys.
4, 5. I think there should be at least one more creature affected. Is there anyone in the vicinity who can take part that feels like they need it the most?
Well, there's 6 players.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, Dorian got hurt too. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I forgot we need that guy, right?
Maybe. Okay. So Hank, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna shoot the cannons on the opposite side because we can't see it, can we?
You cannot.
Does my compass point to it by any chance?
I will say yes. So you can make 3 attacks at disadvantage.
So 3d20, right?
Mm-hmm. 3d20 plus 6 disadvantage. So technically 16-20, but
10, 14, and 11. So the only one dirty 20.
let's see. Okay. Is that with disadvantage?
Yeah. Well, what's disadvantage? 2?
Yeah, you have to roll 2. So technically, this is like half the rolls you need.
Okay. Let me get the other.
Let's see.
Okay. 1, 8, and 3.
Okay.
I guess it
So
misses.
yeah, they all your volley goes wide.
I'm also gonna telepathically tell everybody it's on the opposite side.
All right. Well, it is on the opposite side and comes into view as it lashes out with a towel wrapped in copper wire, and I think we're gonna go after the captain because he's the captain.
I don't like that.
Hitting AC 22
That would hit.
for 15 points of slashing damage
Oh,
and
Lord.
8 points of necrotic damage.
So I'll take the full 8, but I will resist half of the slashing.
Okay. Spots a fancy guy in robes. Decides to it lashes out with these brass wires in Rain's direction. Hitting AC 22 for 19 slashing
Ouch!
and 5 necrotic. And then with that, how are you guys arranged on the deck?
I mean,
Imagine scattered.
yeah, I imagine at this point I'm off to one of the sides because I said I was firing cannons.
Okay, all right. So one of you guys is at one side of the cannons, the other. So Razgaz on the port side, and Hank is on the starboard side. Midship, I would say, is probably Rain because you were, you know, trying to tend to crew.
Yeah.
right.
Since I can't get into melee, I would probably try to be putting myself between the whale and Rain, or between the whale and Dorian, trying to defend somebody.
Okay. So how close are you standing to them?
Yeah, let's say 5-10 feet.
Okay. So it looks in the direction of Rain and lets out a scream, and so both Taro and Rain, give me a saving throw, DC 18,
Okay.
and that's going to be, I think that's a con save. Yes, it is.
Oh. I'm gonna use my inspiration because I care about this because I am hurting.
Is that 18?
I roll burst.
Yes.
Just nailed it. 11 plus 7.
Okay.
I got 16. All's really close.
I will flash it and you pass.
Cool.
Okay.
Hey.
So you both take half of 13 thunder damage.
6. I was expecting something a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, I'm at 29 hit points now. I'm hurting. Wizards, man, they're squishy.
Yeah.
With that,
If it makes you feel any better, I'm about to hit 50% of my hit points.
okay, something good just happened for you guys.
I'm very happy to hear that.
I love good things.
Rain, it is your turn.
Okay.
That is a
Okay.
good thing.
Is the whale still invisible?
It is visible after it attacked.
It is visible. Okay. So I am going to. How far away is it?
It appeared off the starboard, so it is only 10 feet from the ship.
Perfect. Okay. In that case, I would like to hex it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will target its dexterity
Okay.
for purposes of checks.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh shoot, this is a, this is
you
a
can do a
touch spell
cantrip.
now. Yeah, my cantrip is a touch now, though, and it used to be ranged, and I keep being in the headspace of pre-2024 rules.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't have anything that's not touch-based.
Okay.
So, I'm going to use my
I mean, you could always
action.
jump on its back. I'm sure that would be fine. As a
I'm
wizard.
sure that couldn't go
Absolutely.
wrong. I would like to. Gosh. Can I use my action to assist someone else in what they're doing?
Yeah. Who would you
Okay.
like to assist?
I would like to assist Hank in whatever he's about to do, because he's the monster hunter and this is a monster.
All right.
So,
Taro,
yeah.
what would you like to do?
All right. I'm gonna try another crazy plan here. So I will make sure there is nothing between. Okay, can I see the whale, or is the whale
Yeah.
still disappeared?
Nope, you can say it now. It reappeared once it attacked.
All right, so I will adjust my positioning, to make sure there's nothing between me and Mr. Whale, and I will conjure a lightning bolt.
Okay, you can do that if you want, but you know that sky whales as a base are not affected by lightning.
Oh my God, that's right. So how far away is it?
10 feet off of the port side.
All right. Well, then, it has cannons and stuff, right?
Yes.
Right. So, uh, I am going to get as much whale and cannons as I can in an area, and I am going to cast Shatter.
Okay. Give it a little of its own medicine. And that's a
Yes.
con save.
Con save DC 17.
It fails.
Uh, so, 1, 2.
So you can get 2 cannons and the whale.
5, 10, 16. Let's try this on the ground. So that on the ground. So that's going to be 21 points of thunder damage. And I am out of 3rd level spell slots.
Easy come, easy go.
Thank you for being merciful and reminding me about, the lightning.
Well, I mean, Ted may have forgotten, but Taro would know.
Yeah.
Dr. Elias.
I'm going to use Healing Touch on Rain. Or not Healing Touch, Healing Word. 18 to heal Rain. Or 18 healing points.
Okay. And that was healing word, right? So that's a bonus action. So you still have an action which you can use to attack with. You can use a cantrip or anything else that just requires an action. You just can't use a leveled spell.
And I'm going to cast Poison Spray. 23 to hit.
All right. What is the range on poison spray?
30 feet.
Oh,
It's
shit.
10 feet away, right?
Yeah. Is that a to hit or is that a con? Or is that a saving
That's
throw?
the hit.
Okay. Oh, a 23 definitely hits. What's your damage?
17.
All right. All right. Duluth is bloodied. Roscoe, you're up. What would you like to do?
So, am I close enough to get the melee?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, would that require me jumping and doing athletics, or can I just jump and do it, or do I need to fly?
At 10 feet, you could definitely jump on it. Just give me an athletics check, DC 10, to stick the landing. That check may go up as it tries to buck later, if it tries to buck later.
All right, well, I'm happy to say I have advantage on those things, so I just don't need to roll a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
Let's hope that's what happens. As it raises up again. Let's roll them up. That is a 15. No advantage.
You're good. You stick the landing.
Kaplat. All right. So, what I'm gonna do at this point is recklessly swing at it with my long sword.
Okay.
Alrighty. I hope a 25 is enough to do the things.
Yeah, it hits.
I'm very happy to hear. And I will roll 14 plus 2, which is 16 points of damage.
All right.
And if I'm reading SAP, even though I rolled recklessly, it has disadvantage against me, so it should be just a straight roll with it.
Okay. Yep, it washes.
Coolio, and I'm gonna swing these again. I don't. That's not the numbers that showed up on the virtual indicator, but it says 19, so I'll take it.
All right,
26.
Yep, you hit.
I'll take it, brother. Like, that's not what I seen, but 9 plus 2 is 11, so
Okay.
that's that. And correct me if I'm incorrect. You said you guys use bonus action for breath weapons.
Yes.
I'm gonna vomit on it.
All right. Is that we kind of save Dex?
Dex DC 15.
All right. 24.
It definitely passes. I'm just gonna roll the total amount. Well, guess what, good sir? You're gonna have to take a grand total of half of 3.
Nice.
I want you to know that.
All right. So as a legendary action, a bunch of wiring kind of knits together and lashes out like a metal tentacle at you, hitting AC 29.
I take it.
14 slashing damage and 5 necrotic.
11 and 5 necrotic because I don't resist necrotic very well. All right. I'm at 52 out of 95. I'm feeling all right.
All right. Rain, did you heal the 18 points of damage you took? I mean, you were given?
Nope. Not yet. I wasn't sure if that was me or not.
Yeah, it was.
Alright. Cool. Okay. Is it my turn?
No, I just wanted to make sure. It is
Okay.
Dorian's turn.
Okay.
And Dorian is going to run over to you and use a 3rd level Cure Wounds,
Okay.
healing you for 40.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
I am back to full just that quick.
All right. So after Dorian goes, another legendary action on Razga,
Oh my gosh.
hitting AC 32. Does that hit you by chance?
Let me check. Yeah, it does.
Gosh, this combat is mesmerizing. I'm just like
19
Oh my gosh.
slashing and 11 necrotic.
Alright, so the only thing good about this is the fact that slashing and doing that.
Dorian is
I-
going to give Bardic Inspiration to Hank because
I'll-
Hank's next.
I will be bloodied at this point. I was bloodied a turn ago. I'm very bloodied at this point.
All right. And I think previously Dorian had given Bardic Inspiration to Razga, so both of you have it. And Hank, what do you want to do?
Okay, I am going to do my Crimson Rite real quick. Lovely. Okay, so I take 6 points of damage, and then we are going to use my pistols. There they go. There they go. And when I do this, I am going to brand this thing. And then
Okay.
I will know exactly what direction it is going on as long as it is in the same plane.
Does he have advantage for this since I was assisting him?
Yes.
Cool.
I also did a 28.
Yeah, definitely hits.
So 11.
So you had advantage because you're being assisted. You can roll just to see fish for a 20.
Okay. Negative.
Okay.
But a negative roll.
11 damage.
Yeah, and then I got my right damage too, which
Okay.
is 1d6 Light of the. It's Right of the Dawn, so this is radiant damage if this matters.
Okay.
6 damage for radiant, and then 11 for the shot.
Perfect.
And then I'll do another one. 29.
Oh yeah, that hits. Good grouping.
14 damage.
Okay. Plus your right.
And then, yep, that's the right. 2 radiant.
All right. Another 16.
Consistency.
You've been a pain in the ass to it. So its last legendary action, one of those tendrils shoots in your direction, hitting AC 31.
Does that hit you?
No, I don't need to roll attack again. I need to roll damage. For 22 slashing. Oh yeah, it really was pissed. And 6 necrotic.
So necrotic, I have resistance to, so that's half.
Yes.
Right?
Half of the
For
6.
whopping
And then
3.
22
You
of the
said 20.
slashing.
So 22 slashing.
Yes.
3. Okay. I think that's right.
Oh, I don't know if this matters, but because I hit the thing, it has disadvantage on whatever it's attacking that's not me.
Okay. It does matter.
Okay, just this might have been a few minutes late, but just want to point that out there.
So that made it miss by 1, so you can take away that damage. So you get 3 from necrotic back and 22 back, because it actually hit pretty hard that time.
So I don't take damage at all then, right?
Correct.
Yay. Now I'm
But-
extra annoying.
Now it's its turn, and this epiphany has drawn its ire. So,
Okay.
so all 3 of its attacks are coming at you, just metal flying everywhere. The first one hits at DC 24. The second one is a crit foul, missing, and the third one is a 28. So you get hit twice for 15 slashing damage. Another 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
And 5 points of necrotic damage.
5 of necrotic, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so first I need to get rid of that 5 because it's straight up.
So
Now I'll do math on the others.
Was that
With
a
a
spell?
it was not.
Okay.
The metal wires that are wrapped all over its body kind of form tentacles and start slashing.
Okay, yeah, it's hard to know what's a spell and what's not, because like all of this feels magical, but I'm not sure what it's
Yes.
technically casting, right? So if you're able to let me know if it casts a spell, I have a thing I can do.
Okay, well, I will
This-
do that.
I will say right now, if anyone's observing on the deck, this is the bloodiest you've seen the captain. If I can hit one more time, you know I ain't here for it.
All right. Also, with all that going on, give me a DC 15 athletics check to stay aboard.
Absolutely, sure, why not? I can do this with advantage though, so
You can.
God bless. 22.
All right.
The dice love me today. Or rather, they love you more, but hey, they will participate in facilitating me keep playing.
So, with a scream, things begin to happen. Spark stands up, glasses flashing. Her glasses, the lenses flash and flicker with a green fire from within. Penny also stands up, beginning to dance. And both of them, it basically all their flesh like rips off, and bone. Their fingertips become bone claws. Is actually their skeleton like popping through, and they begin to advance One is going to move towards Taro. No, we're going to move towards Rain, and we're going to move towards Hank.
Oh my gosh.
I always
And
knew they hated me.
Gosh.
all right. We'll do Rain first. That tongue shoots out, hitting AC 19.
19, yeah, that hits.
And the lamprey like maw attaches to your chest, doing 41 points of necrotic damage.
Holy frick.
I think it's time. You guys don't like to see this look on Captain's face, but you think it's time to pack it.
Hank, the other one hits AC 22, same thing. You feel it slam into your back as it's tethered to you, sucking your life force away for 54 points of damage.
What type? Is it necrotic?
Necrotic, yes, which you're resistant to,
Excellent.
right?
Yep.
Yes. Hey, Rain, what would you like to do?
So, Rain gets hit with this, and he glares at Penny, who has this thing on him, and he like wraps his hand around it and says, "You're not the only one that can do something like that." And I'm going to cast a 5th level vampiric touch.
Ooh, nice.
So, okay, 10, 15, 18, 20. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my special feature as well to make that extra bloodied. So I deal an extra point of damage to myself and deal an extra 4 to her. So that's 24 damage to her.
Okay.
And then I recover 12.
Well, so did you make an attack roll? I believe Vampire Touch.
Oh,
requires
you're
a
right.
spell
It does.
attack.
Let's hope that this works. That is 16 on the die plus 12.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
gonna hit.
Yeah.
So 24 damage, and then I believe you heal some.
Yes, I heal 12.
Nice.
And for my bonus action, can I move my hex? Or is that not...
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, I want to move my hex to her. I don't know if I could have done that before or not, but...
You could have. You can do the extra damage.
Okay. Extra 1. 1 more! Doesn't give me any more healing, but we'll take what we can get.
Okay.
That's my round.
All right, Taro.
How bad is the whale looking?
The WoW looks pretty bad. Not as bad as Razga, but bad.
And stupid question, and whatnot, but the skeletons walked out of the skin of Penny and Sparks, like.
Not well. I would say the muscle and all the tissue under the skin did, but their fingers actually popped through. The fingertips of their skeletons popped through the ends of their hands, forming these claw-like appendages. But it doesn't matter because they just basically shot their mouth out at Hank and Rain.
So, like, whatever has happened, is this like a reversible thing, or are they dead and gone?
I mean, it looks pretty irreversible. It's almost like what the captain said earlier. It was prophetic.
I mean, I didn't want you to be the chief engineer at this rate, but it looks like you're the highest ranking engineer now, Taro.
Where is that? Where the frick is the spell? All spells. Okay, there it is. I really. Oh no, it's never mind. I can't. Damn it! All right, I added a whole bunch of new spells, and I'm
Mhm.
trying to think about doing things, and that's not going to work. So I look to the crap going on, and I can't wrap my head around the fact that we just lost two of our crew. And I will cast another shatter on the whale and the cannons to try and stop them. DC 17 con.
19.
All right. So it's 16 damage. So 8 thunder damage. Ooh, the cannons and the whale.
Okay, so after you go, it takes its first legendary action of this round.
Hey Dave, before we do damage with the whale,
Uh-huh.
the branding also, anytime it attacks another creature or Hank, it'll take 4 psychic damage.
Okay. All right, so actually attacked a few times, so I'm going to do that damage to it. Yeah. Which is super helpful.
I didn't read the fine print.
Always read the fine print. But AC 22 on Razga for 13 slashing and 3 necrotic.
I think I'm done. Let me. What was the numbers again?
13 slashing, so that's going to be a 6. And then you're not done yet, but you're really close. You took a total of 9 after your resistances.
Hey, you said how much necrotic? I'm sorry.
3.
3. Guys, I'm at death's doorstep.
Huh, that's funny. You your hit points matches somebody else's right now.
Woo!
Dr. Elias, what would you like to do?
I hope it's the enemy.
It's not.
All right. I'm going to start by using Killing Word level 4 on our captain.
Oh, for the love of God, yes. So I hope you're with 30 feet, right?
25.
Please say he's in 30 feet, my dude.
I have 60
yes.
feet.
Yeah, he
Oh,
can move close enough for sure.
Thank you. I can take
It's
another.
within 60 feet.
I can take another punch in the eye, Grace.
And then I'm going to down the way.
Like literally, I'm hearing almost like Randy from South Park. I ain't hearing no bell. Like, keep it going.
I'm going to use a Clockwork Scalpel on the former crew member that's attacking Hank.
Okay. AC
over
AC
here.
15.
Never mind, missed it. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay. Yep.
17 to attack. And then, so it's 6 damage plus primal strike of fire type. No, 6.
Okay.
So 12. 6
Gotcha.
and 6.
All right. All right. Even though it hurts, it is going to lash out at Razga again,
It needs to, yeah. Because anything else is at disadvantage. So
hitting a 29 for
Just a 29?
19 slashing, and 1 point of necrotic.
one point of I'm insulted at this point. Like, really? That's all you have to give at me?
But it is your turn.
Oh, Lord. Recklessly
Yeah.
attacking this thing. Because I am giving it all I got, my dude. Longsword again. We're just gonna repeat, rinse and repeat. I hope a 20 is enough.
Yeah, it hits.
I am happy to hear it hits. It would do 9, 10, 11 points of damage.
Okay.
It has disadvantage. And I love that so much, I'm gonna do it twice. Oh. I don't think a 13 is gonna hit. So
It doesn't.
with that, I as I slice in, I hit one of the thick scales. You know what I mean? I hit one of the thick scales. It doesn't go through nicely. I pull it back, and I vomit my breath weapon again at it. It's a 15 DC Dex. I'm pretty sure I'll make it with relative ease, but I will still do my force damage to it.
Okay, so you all right, so you do that, it takes the damage. So
Alright.
as you do, just as Dolores falters, her flight patterns stuttering, coils of exposed brass twitching erratically, tremor ripples through the sky itself. Then the wound opens. A scream, not of sound but of pressure, tears across the filament of, and the sky splits like an overripe fruit. Sickly green and sulphurous yellow mists boil outward, staining the clouds like bile and water. The light bends wrong around the rupture, like it's afraid to go near. From within the spiraling rift, tentacles writhe, not physical things, but impressions of hunger and madness given shape. Chitinous limbs, tipped and serrated bones snap blindly, leeching feelers drag across the air, seeking anchor. Behind it all, shadows stir, something vast watches its awareness, brushing the world like a cold hand across the fevered brow. Dolores screams not with voice, but through metal and memory, and plunges into the breach. For a moment, the rift pulses wider, showing the far end of the tunnel, an unfamiliar place on Xanterra, dark and broken, somewhere near, somewhere unready. Then the scar begins to close, but not fast enough. One horror escapes, then another. The sky does not forget what was let in. So,
Was that a spell?
no.
Dang.
Basically a wormhole like portal just opened, and this corrupted skywell is bolting into it. And it's like this circular pattern of clouds and mist, and there are like these sickly green and yellow colors, and you see things moving just on the other side, just beneath this cloud cover. Occasionally something reaches out. You can feel the presence of malevolence coming from it.
I have two important questions. One, is it turning into like a black hole type thing?
Like when I say it is almost like it is creating a portal from one place to another. It is still going someplace on this plane on Xanterra.
Okay.
And right now, the crew has a decision to make. And also, Razga, you're on its back.
Which brings me to my second important question.
Did it take the psychic damage from when it attacked Razga?
It does, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Like,
All right. So so this thing is trying to go into the portal.
Yes.
All right. And how far away is Razga from our ship?
10 feet.
like, my question is:
Do you want to be back on our ship, dude?
I would love to be back on the ship, but I think I trigger something. And my second question is there a save or something do I need to make in order to make sure I need to get on, not into this rabbit hole. No offense, Taro, but I want to make sure.
There's no saving throw to be made. There is a slight sucking feel, but more of like as a vacuum fills with air. It's not too crazy. You can resist it easily.
Okay.
The question
And then-
is, do you want to go with the corrupted Skywell, or do you not want to go? And will the Wind's Echo pursue or not? This is a split second decision that has to be made right now.
I say we do not pursue.
I have to concur. I have to.
Can we
if-
shoot at it as it's getting sucked in?
If I have a moment to act, I will cast Vortex Warp on the captain
Sure.
and pull him back to our ship.
Sure, I don't want to not. Brother, I am 22 out of 95. I am very bloody.
You have not moved yet, and it is your turn, Razgar. Right now, your choices. Right now, all the choices are Razgar's. Because technically, it's still his turn. He's only taken an action. He's got a bonus. He's got a move, and also you have the telepathic link that you can say what you want the crew to do. So what does Razgar do?
Telepathic link, if you're letting me use it as like a...
Talking is a free action kind of deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Mara, pull out! We cannot have this happen, and whatever the hell you need me to do, if you need me to jump over back to the ship or whatever, I'll do that, brother. If it's too damn far out, you need me to jump flight, I'll do that. The point is, I'd rather not use resources, but I need to GTFO.
Okay, what does gem flight entail?
Gem flight says I could use a bonus action to suspend wings, and I could fly to the equivalent of my walking speed. But if I can, instead of using that resource, if I don't need to immediately, I would like to just run, jump, and get back to the ship. That is what I would prefer if it can't happen. But if not, I'll use the resource. And
give me an athletics check. DC. This is gonna be tough, I think. Give me DC 20.
Okay, I can do this with advantage, and I have a +7. Let's hope my rolls aren't dog water. Yes! Okay. My dice don't hate me!
So as it bolts forward, heading towards this portal, the portal kind of like falls in on itself and collapses just before the Skywell can actually go through it. And because it begins to fall, while that is happening, Denvu begins to sing once again while all this is going on. Dorian, I'm going to say Dorian's going to have to make a de novo roll. Ted, do you remember what that is? How does Robin calculate?
It's just a roll of a d20, and it's whatever Robin feels. Is it a 50% chance? Is it a 20% chance? It's just
okay. 50% chance they will move to help the captain. No, 25% chance moves to help the captain, and a 75% chance it's going to be all about rain.
Yeah, I think that's 2 billion% fair.
That's a 2, so I feel like it's going to be all about rain.
Yep.
And he runs over to drop a 2nd level Cure Wounds for 27 healing.
That tracks and is no worries.
Giving out bonus action, giving out their 3rd Bardic Inspiration to Taro. So now Taro, Razgar, Razga and Hank all have Bardic Inspiration, which is a D8.
Yeah.
Uh,
I wish I had more than just fighting abilities, but at this point in time, I mean, is there any skill check needs to be made to pull off, or?
no, you did it. You jumped on.
I meant for the ship to not be pulled in.
No, it just slammed. It basically just slammed shut,
Okay, cool. And
and the whale begins to fall. But something else is going to happen, and Denvu begins to sing. So this is all kind of happening at the same time. As the sky scar closes, and the last echoes of Dorala's shriek fade into silence, the air itself seems to pause, holding breath in awe or grief. Then from the wind's echo, Denvu sings. It starts as a low vibration in the ship's bones, a mournful thrum deep in the keel. The crew feel it before they hear it, like a memory surfacing from below. Thought. Then the sound rises, not a note, but a memory of sky whales before the scars, before the wires, before the world bled Aether into madness. Denvu's voice resonating across the open sky, weaving strands of whale song into another stream itself, a sound, not of pain, but invitation, a calling home. The sky's answer. From the still air beyond the scar, light caresses, shimmering lines trace the outline of a sky well, vast and serene, composed of stardust and song, a phantom grace that never should have fallen. Where Dula's frame was coils and metal, this spirit is pure, her form wreathed in gentle luminescence, her eyes vast and knowing. Dusane. She does not speak, but her presence washes through the crew like a balm. Sorrow, forgiveness, and a deep aching peace for a moment of the sky is whole again. Then without a sound she turns and ascends, disappearing into the upper winds, leaving only a fading echo of song that lingers, hope that not all is lost. And another spirit joins your crew.
As
Hank, you're up.
I would like to get this manifestation off of me.
Okay.
So we're gonna shoot it. 3. And then I can do a +8 for Bardic Inspiration, yeah?
Yes. Need to get a 2 on the die. You do it.
So nice. 5, and then my right 9 for the first,
Okay.
and 29 will hit.
yeah.
That's 6 and 5 for the second.
Okay. All right. That's your action. Anything with your move or bonus action? Your move is a bit hampered because it is attached to you.
Yeah. Nope, that is it.
All right. Okay. So, a couple things happen here. Oh, not yet. All right. All right, Rain. It continues to suck your life force away.
I continue to suck its away as well.
All right. Well, 58 points of damage.
I got a 19 on the die plus 12 for 31. And I'm going to do my blood thing.
Oh, it's not your turn. It's its turn.
Oh, never mind.
You just
now
took
you know what it does on Rain's turn.
Yeah.
So 58 points of necrotic. Hank, also soul sucking.
Do I have to make a save for that, or?
No.
It's just 58. Ouch.
And Hank takes 56.
Of damage?
Yes.
That almost took me out.
It's okay, mine's halved.
All right. Now you can do your thing, Rain.
Okay, so do I get to
You
my
can keep your
19?
nambers. Keep your
Okay,
numbers.
and I do 3 more points of damage to myself. Ouch. But I really want to get this done, so... Alright. Oh, that's good. Okay. Alright, so that's 11 plus 5, 16 plus 4, 20 plus 6, 26 plus 5, 31 plus 4. That's 35.
Oh, that's much better than last time.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I get back 17.
17?
Yep.
All right. It is bloodied.
It's only bloodied. Oh my gosh. And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna touch myself and heal and spend my hit dice. So I get to spend up to 4, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Oh wow, I got 3 6s and a 5.
Nice.
Alright, so that's 18 plus 5 is 23. So I'm back up to 51.
Taro.
All right. So, I apologize, but what is the positioning of the whale and our 2 corrupted crew members?
The whale that fell from the sky?
Oh, it did fall from the sky?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, then, how far away from the edge are our crew members?
Hank was by the port side, and then Rain was the center deck.
So, who is by the port side then?
Hank.
No, which of our corrupted crew members? Is that Penny or is that Sparks?
Sparks. Sparks is on Hank, and Penny is on Rain.
I hate this. I want to charge at Sparks and try and push her over the side.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the same idea.
I want to push her off the ship.
She's attached to me, just so you're aware.
Yes.
Oh, can I use one of my attacks to try and break the grapple, and then my other attack to shove?
You may.
All right. So it's an opposed athletics check, or
It's a DC 15 escape check.
okay. All right. Where at my D4? All right, that's
Flash you, baby, if you need to.
a 28 athletics.
Okay.
And then am I making an attack roll, or is this again another opposed?
This would be an opposed check.
That is a 20. 30-20.
All right. You shove it over the side.
And I imagine, Taro looks at this situation, and there's, just the hint of a tear in his eye as he watches, his friend, who spent probably like numerous hours of conversation,
So much.
over the years. Huh?
So much conversation. Yeah, the only thing left is the spectacles that were upon her face that still kind of have green flames burning in them on the deck at your feet. Dr. Elias.
Something popped up. All right. We are going to kill Hank. 18 for Hank. And we'll get there. If I hit it with poison spray, that's not going to hit Hank, right? Since they're like right next to each other.
They're actually not that close because of the way this thing shoots its mouth out like 30 feet. So
Alright.
there's some distance.
Oh, that's right. I'm not doing Hank's. This is that means I gotta go after Reigns.
Yes.
That's
But
Kenny.
same thing.
Fudge. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna use poison spray on Penny.
Okay, make your attack.
8.
Not gonna do it.
Alright.
All right. But you got some healing in. Razga.
So, is this crew member attached to anybody?
Yes, Hank.
Hank? That's not Poggers.
No, that one's attached to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Rain.
yeah.
It's attached to Rain.
Yeah, Penny's
Not-
attached to me.
Okay, I negative like that. We're gonna do a similar thing to what Taro did. Since I have 2 attacks, a opposing strength check, and then recklessly doing things.
All right.
So is it athletics, strength, straight up?
Athletics.
Okay. Happy to hear. A 15 on the die.
Okay, so you pick him up and begin running towards the side of the ship. Another check to throw him over.
Well, I can use my attack for this one if I recklessly attack, as long as I forego advantage.
It's still a grapple if you're trying to throw him overboard.
And I'm
Okay,
still
okay.
attached, right?
Okay, so like
yeah.
the only reason why like I say this because it's part of the barbarian trait, brutal strike.
Uh-huh.
If I recklessly strike, I can forego advantage to hit it and then knock it back 15 feet. Or if you think throwing is better.
Well, yeah, you can absolutely do that. Also, still attached to Rain.
Yes.
Still
It's attached to me, so you will cause me to fly off the ship too if you throw it off.
Oh, so let's attempt to not have that happen and detach.
I mean, you can be down a wizard, and I'll just take off the next 3 weeks. But
Oh no, you're not. You run production.
right. Alright, so I'll re-roll my athletics.
All right. Well, you can keep it if you instead want to say you were tearing it away from.
Absolutely, yeah, that's what
Okay.
I wanted to do. That's my
All right, so that's your first attack. Second is just attacking it now.
yeah, getting it over the
Okay.
edge of the ship.
Well, you're not going to get close enough for that. It's too far towards the center, but you can knock it closer towards the edge.
Sure, yeah. As long as Rain is detached from it,
Yep.
I'll push it back 15 feet with my attack.
All right, make the attack roll.
Yes, sir.
Damn it, I nat 20 that strength check too.
Is a 19 gonna hit?
It will.
Alrighty. So I hit it for a grand total of 7, 8, 9 points of damage. It gets knocked back to 15 feet. And
Yeah.
it has and more importantly, it has disadvantage to grapple any mofo that's not me.
Yeah, and it is not dead yet.
I understand that, but I just want to make sure like it has
Yeah, it is so close to being dead. But
Oh wait, can I bonus action?
yeah.
Vomit my
All right.
thunder breath, my breath weapon, yes.
All right. Roll your damage.
Yes, sir. DC 15 dex.
It will fail the save,
Okay.
but even if it only has 2 hit points left, so
I had 12 points of it. Give it a well, instead of incinerating Rain with my blast, I push it away and then force it into the air.
Dorian is going to use a 4th level spell slot to cure the captain this time because Rain is looking really good. Oh, that's a good one too. 54 points. You just got healed.
Jesus Christ, that is literally putting me back at good numbers. Like, oh. Let's put it
All
in.
right. Hank, what would you like to do?
Did it die?
It did. There is one more crew member that is on the ground writhing.
I am going
Can
to
we heal them,
try-
stabilize them? Is there a medicine check?
Let's see. These things are magical, right? Or no, it's nature. Okay. I want to use my nature skills or survival skills to try to cut out the burrowing bug.
Okay. It is. You can try that. It's going to be a DC 25 because it is so far gone.
Oh.
Like
You know
you see the skin just getting ready to split.
We'll give it a go.
Got one shot.
All right. Which one do you want me to use? Nature or survival?
I actually think it would be a medicine check.
Okay. This has got to be like a 20. It was a 20.
That's a 23.
I know, but it was a nat 20.
I know. That's a total of a
I'll
23.
use Flash of Genius.
Bringing it
Yes!
to a 26. 27.
Oh,
Was
look, make it be a 28 if she rolled
Okay.
a 23.
Yeah, I don't know your
Yeah.
bonus.
5.
Okay. At the last instant, you are able to get these things out with the help of Taro, and Riv took a tremendous amount of damage. She's unconscious. Grayfin is unconscious. Dirty Dan is unconscious. The rest of the crew is pretty badly hurt. And it is 10:30, so we are going to wrap it up right there. But you see something off the port side as we begin to end things, and we will start next session with whatever that thing is. So with that, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you guys for playing. Until next time, stay nerdy.
Stay nerdy.